Now at noon, a hospital closes its doors, forcing employees and patients out. Why patients are returning now to the Webster Hospital. Plus, grandparents accused of kidnapping their own grandson and taking him to Brazil. The grandparents in court today here, and so are we, as that case begins. Plus, lava continuing to spill across the Big Island. The unbelievable video as it creeps closer to homes, forcing thousands to evacuate. Bay Area hospital closed suddenly Friday, catching patients and employees completely off guard. Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Chow. While the hospital files for bankruptcy, patients are showing up today for appointments they won't get and records they still need. Michelle Choi has more.
Since 8 this morning, these are the only doors that have been open here at Bay Area Regional Medical Center. Everything else closed. We've seen a steady stream of people going inside, many of them confused, others upset and angry. Emotions ran high Monday morning as both patients and former employees at Bay Area Regional Medical Center were met with two signs. One basically saying the hospital was permanently closed and no longer treating patients. Karen brought her husband for an MRI scan scheduled at 9.
I'm so disappointed to see that it's closing because it's a great hospital.
Alicia, who's worked at the hospital for the last 2 years, said it's a bittersweet goodbye.
We work here because of our patients and our coworkers. We are a family, and he's torn that apart.
Patients have already been transferred to other facilities, but the way employees here found out they were jobless didn't happen until this past Friday morning. Some say they saw it on Facebook. Others noticed their paychecks didn't hit the bank. And when they came into work, they say they were told to clean out their desks.
I really don't know how to feel. I know that I'm pissed off.
There's 900 people without jobs. There are people here that are still recovering from Harvey.
Alicia says employees were given the excuse the hospital just couldn't get a fair deal with insurance companies, forcing them to file for bankruptcy. We're told there are 2 career fairs happening today to help out former staff here, many of them telling us they'll be attending. Standing for Houston in Webster, I'm Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
Meantime, Memorial Hermann and Methodist hospitals are stepping in to help employees who are now out of a job. Here's the information today through Wednesday. Folks can sign up for meetings at Memorial Hermann Southeast Hospital and Methodist job fairs being held at the Holiday Inn in Webster. That one is today and tomorrow. A police chase ending with a deadly crash on the Katy Freeway, Feeder Road at Blaylock, and we have new information now. We now know that the victim's name in this wreck, Leticia Ali, was hit by the driver in the chase and she was killed. That chase started, according to Harris County Precinct 5 deputy constables, when the driver took off after they tried to stop the vehicle for speeding. The suspect and a passenger in that other vehicle were severely injured, went to the hospital. We are waiting on word about charges in this case. New information this noon hour. Jury selection now underway in the case involving a Houston child, his grandparents, and kidnapping charges. The child still in Brazil. Janelle Ford is at the federal courthouse with more.
Jury selection is going on right now in that alleged kidnapping case that spans all the way from Houston to Brazil. Now, currently, there are more than 60 potential jurors going through the vetting process to narrow down to those 14 seats. Now, we were here this morning when Carlos and Jemima Guimaraes walked into court. You can see them here with their lawyers. They're facing international kidnapping and conspiracy charges. And we've all heard about custody battles that have escalated and gotten pretty ugly, but this is one of the more extreme cases. The Guimaraes are accused of helping their daughter kidnap their now 8-year-old grandson back in 2013 and then flee to Brazil. Now, the boy's father is a doctor here in Houston, and he says he wants his son back in Texas. The grandparents are currently out on bond, and for right now, the boy remains in South America with his mother. Now, opening statements, they start here tomorrow, and the judge says that this trial will likely last until May 25th. Standing for Houston, Janelle Ford, KHOU 11 News.
All right, let's take a break from all the news and take a live look outside. Here's our tower cam shot of downtown Houston. A little overcast, some gray, but the heat is starting to come on. The big question is if folks are ready. Hey, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to Houston. If you're not ready, you better get ready soon. We're going to see about 90 today. Grass growing right now at Minute Maid. They're back on Friday against the Rangers. Let's talk about what's going on. Big picture. It's not good for breathing today. If you suffer from any kind of respiratory element, there's an ozone action day in effect. That means that ground level ozone will be at unhealthy levels for sensitive groups. That's also true for Brazoria County, Galveston, also out toward the Austin area, and for Beaumont. So anytime you have a city, you got the pollution and the sunlight. There's a phototropic process that occurs that transfers that pollution and makes it into O3, which is that oxygen, that ozone. 85 in Houston already, 86 at Richmond Rosenberg. We are on our way to 90 degrees today. It's going to be otherwise beautiful, Sherman, with low humidity. Coming up, we'll talk about our next rain chance, if there's a rain chance.
All right. Thanks a bunch, Brooks. Take a look at this unbelievable video from Hawaii. Slow-moving lava literally creeping through a neighborhood and then swallowing up this car. Oh my gosh, 2,000 people evacuated from the Big Island. This is now the 5th day of eruptions and the volcano showing no signs of slowing down. The lava flow has already destroyed 31 homes. Carter Evans has more dramatic images from Pahao'au, Hawaii.
From the air, lines of smoke show where lava is flowing through Leilani Estates as homes continue to burn.
Up here in the helicopter, you can really get an idea of the scope of the destruction below. You don't see any firefighters down there because there is nothing they can do. This is an unstoppable force.
The lava has consumed everything in its path, including trees and homes. It crept across the street and slowly enveloped this car.
The eruption, progressed. A few more pretty extensive flows. Seems like there's a lot of magma under the ground, and there's no sign of slowing down.
At least 10 fissures have opened up in Leilani Estates, which is on the eastern slope of the Kilauea volcano. In some cases, the eruptions were so violent, lava spewed more than 200 feet in the air.
At first glance, it may not look like the lava here is moving at all. It's cooled, there's a crust on top, but if you look at the leading edge here on the road, it is slowly inching forward.
Over the weekend, the Big Island was rocked by hundreds of earthquakes, including one measuring 6.9. Hawaii's largest in more than 40 years.
It's like a Goliath, like a roaring jet engine.
Sam Knox lives about 100 yards away from one of the eruptions.
Why did you choose to stay?
Because this is where I live, right here. I had faith in the gods that my house was going to be okay.
The lava is showing no signs of slowing down, and that's just one of the concerns here. The other is toxic gas. The lava emits sulfur dioxide. It can be deadly, and authorities say it's at extremely high levels in what they call the hot zone.